In 2023, is Google Colab Pro and Pro Plus worth it? Let's look at these paid expansions to the free Colab. So this is what is somewhat disappointing to me. The pay-as-you-go, the original one that we had, was not pay-as-you-go. You'd basically get a GPU for free, and you see this used a lot on various websites. Particularly on GitHub. I embraced it greatly across my course. You can just click this little button and it opens in Colab. Students don't necessarily need to have a GPU. They can run things in Colab. Everything is beautiful. And I used that for a couple of years. The free version of Google Colab basically has become the pay-as-you-go. If you have 0 credits, then you're just going to get the bottom-end GPU if they have it available. And if they decide that they need it back, they're going to just kill your runtime and go from there. Now, when you buy these credits, so 100 compute units or 500 compute units, these prices pretty much match the Colab Pro. So 100 units, you're getting them per month. If you did Colab Pro or Pro Plus, you're getting 500 of these. And there's no discount whatsoever there. It's 100 compute units. So a compute unit is worth essentially 10 cents or dime in US currencies. You won't lose them until 90 days. So you're going to hate on me a bit here, but I have not used this much in the last 3 months, so I have most of my credits. So my current plan, I am using Colab Pro Plus, and my justification for it is just I keep it available so that I can test out things in Google Colab, and I'm not delayed by not having the right compute. I do use it often more than this. I just have not been using it a lot the last couple of months. If that continues, I'll definitely probably drop this down to pay-as-you-go. The differences of what you get on each of these is a lot more qualitative. What I mean by qualitative is it's like saying something's a great cup of coffee, or you don't know really what this means. Benefit, you move to Colab Pro, you get faster GPUs. Okay, which GPUs do you mean by faster ones? Then still more faster, and I guess crazy fast over here. Now, I can give you the numbers, and I'm going to show you the numbers as of January 2023 of what I am seeing in these environments. But like I said, this is qualitative. This is more memory. They're not telling you how much more memory or which GPUs. There are some very well-defined perks that I do make use of a lot, and that is part of the reason that I do pay for this. With Colab Pro, you have access to the terminal window. That basically just pops open a typical sort of terminal through the web browser. I'll show it to you in a second real quick. And it lets you be able to run things like top to see certain telemetry. It's very useful for debugging. Now I can pop open the terminal down here, and now I've got a normal terminal. So I can run things like NVIDIA SMI. The one that I like to run a lot is something called top, because this will show me my memory. Here I can see, well, it's in kilobytes. If you do Shift E, it changes it. Now we're in gigabytes. So I've got about 12 gigabytes. Then Colab Pro Plus, now by default, things keep running in the background. If you close your browser window, you can pop right back into it. I'll show you that in a moment as well. When you first pop in, you'll see Colab Pro Plus. You'll see that we are not connected. I'm going to go ahead and run this first part here. This will get us connected to a VM. It's also going to connect me to Google Drive, because you will want to save the output from what you've run into Google Drive. That way it's stored in permanent storage. If you just store it in content, which is the directory that you start out in Colab, as soon as your VM is shut down, you're not going to have your data anymore. So we are now up and running. And if we look at the runtime type, I am requesting a GPU, standard GPU, and not high RAM. So what you'll want to do to get an idea of how quickly you're burning through these resources is if you click on View Resource, this will show you how many compute units I have. I'm using just under 2 per hour, and I have 1 active session. Now, what GPU do I get? They don't really tell you. I'll do exclamation point NVIDIA SMI, and this will show me the GPU that I have. This is a Tesla T4. Currently with Google Colab, I find that I get a Tesla T4 a lot. I'll pop open a free version in a moment and you'll see Tesla T4 as well, which is sort of one of the frustrations of Colab. The faster GPU that I was buying with the subscription is the same one that I had for free. And see here, I have something running. You will see some activity here in shortly. Yep, you can see system RAM utilization going up. GPU RAM utilization starting to go up. With the continuing execution, there used to be a little checkbox that you had to pick to do it. This is all done by default now, so you get continuous execution without having to specifically ask for it. So it's very easy to accidentally burn up your compute units. But you really just close this and then open it right back up, and it's still going to be there exactly where you left it. If you go to runtime, manage sessions, you'll see it's still there. Just click on this, it pops you right back into it, or you can terminate it from this level too if you want to. See, that's initially orange, it goes right to gray because things are still running. And there you can see, it's like I never left. And is this video useful? If so, smash the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, it definitely helps out a lot. I'll show you one last thing here. If I go to the runtime and I change runtime type, and now GPU, we're going to go for the premium GPU, save it, connect it to a new runtime, yes, terminate the old one. And now, if I do NVIDIA SMI, you're going to see I probably have an A100. Yes, an A100, 40 gigabytes of RAM GPU. Now, those of you watching this, do you ever get something different than an A100 for the premium? I think as of January, this is the premium one that you're getting. It's kind of hard to compare the compute units and the GPUs that you get to the EC2 instances offered by Amazon and Google's as well, is they don't line up really exactly. In general, it feels to me like the compute units are a decent deal compared to the EC2 if you're getting the good GPUs for it. I'd love to see the V100 pop into there a little bit more. It was not that bad on compute units. I think it was about 5 the couple of times that I get it. To me, this is the biggest frustration, is just not knowing which GPUs you're going to need. I would love to have a V100 at about 5 rather than doing an A100. And as you can see, I'm spending 13.803 or so compute units, so I'm spending it quite a bit faster. So is Google Colab Pro and Pro Plus worth it in 2023? I'm going to go with a no to maybe a week maybe. For me, what I'll probably be doing is downgrading to the pay-as-you-go or maybe Colab Pro just so I can get the terminal. I would probably pay $10 a month for the terminal. If it saves me some debugging time, yeah, it's worth it. But really, there's no discounts for these. You're $9.99 a month. You're just locking yourself into buying 100 of these every month. And if you don't use them, like, well, I haven't done, maybe I've thrown away $150, whereas I could have just spent $30. So that's my thoughts on Colab. I'm kind of disappointed. I feel like it started out really, really good. I feel like they threw it out there. Lots of people adopted, myself included, and they pull it back. So I'm looking at other free services as well. Kaggle is very interesting. Do you know of any other options on free to premium notebooks like this? Now on the high end, I use things like SageMaker, or I just use my own EC2 instances. But in the more sort of free, put a button on the top for a course or something like mine, let me know. What do you see here? Thank you for watching this video. If this was helpful, and I hope it was, please smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful 2023.